Support for Radio Friends comes from OsteoStrong. Improvements in bone density, strength, and power can be achieved by weekly 5-minute no-sweat sessions on their 4-Spectrum machines. These isometric robotic machines safely emulate high-impact loading on different parts of the skeletal system, which stimulates activity in bone-building cells. Balance and agility can be improved by 2-minute sessions on vibration plates. Every session is supervised by a trained coach. Learn more on Facebook or call to set up a complimentary wellness assessment and session. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Thursday, October the 19th. A pleasure to have you with us today. We've got one of our long-time guests with us. Go all the way back to the early days of Pepper and Friends, LOIS Long, an advocate for caregivers. Good to have you here, Lois.
Thank you, Paul. It's
when
been
I
a
think
privilege.
about all the different, we go back to elder care with
Indeed.
you.
Yes.
Yeah. But you're an advocate for caregivers and people with dementia. What do you want to deal with today?
Well, today I would like to talk about how respect is one of the key elements in our relationships, whether it's with a person with dementia, with other caregivers, with other people. And so my poem that I want to share is entitled Worthy of Respect.
Okay.
Love truth, show honor, trust and be trustworthy, practice compassion, speak up to bullies, protest inequalities, serve those in need, care for the environment, revere the universe, nurture life, employ good judgment, support justice, seek common ground, find new ways, preserve what is good, learn from others, listen and consider, show respect, live in truth and love, let your heart be your guide.
I don't know how you come up with these poems every month that you're here. How many have you written, Lois?
Well, I made a stack of them, and, it's fairly, but my stuff on the computer goes back to, like, 2010 when I started typing them up.
So you write one a week or one a month or whenever it hits you?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's beautiful. What would you like to get across to people listening who are going through a tough time right now as a caregiver?
Well, I want to talk about advocacy. And my card says I'm an advocate for caregivers and persons with dementia, and I take that seriously. But this is what I believe, that we all need an advocate or two, and that the poem speaks to that about caregivers. We're all caregivers, too, in some way.
To one another, yeah.
Right. So for nearly 10 years, I worked with the Caregiver Support Group in Fulton, still do. And my co-facilitator and I meet each month, and every person shares where they come from as caregivers. And usually we make it brief if we know each other. But we're there to listen to the new people who are just learning what dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, what's called vascular dementia, which is from stroke. The vascular system, the stroke that hits your brain, it causes dementia.
And it's referred to as vascular dementia.
Right.
Okay.
Another term is multi-infarct. A heart attack is called an infarct. But vascular dementia is the formal descriptor for that kind of dementia. And some people, as you know, after a stroke can't speak. Other people cannot move parts of their body. So our brain is very susceptible to what we do. And dementia is sometimes a result of chronic alcoholism. And so I learned a lot in the years that I worked with the adult daycare that we called elder care.
Elder care.
And 80% of the people there had some kind of memory loss. And it was a safe environment that allowed them to enjoy the activities, the meals, and have nursing supervision. It was a gift, I think, and it was a gift to me to be able to work there. But each of us has our own story, and you and I have ours. But the important thing about a support group is to listen to one another and to show that we understand, we empathize with what a caregiver is doing. Probably two of the key elements in helping people learn are how to cope with the behaviors and how to communicate with persons with dementia, because that changes as the dementia progresses. My dad, who died in 1987, had probably both some Alzheimer's and the vascular dementia. But he was in a care facility at the end of his life that was able to support him. And so I will hope that people who are dealing with dementia and need an advocate will find a support group in their community. You can go online and, find through your zip code where support groups are near you.
I wanted to mention something because you said we have to learn how to communicate with people who have dementia. And it does change as that dementia progresses.
Yes.
We need to learn to communicate in a different way. And for the caregiver, it can become very, very frustrating.
It is.
Do you feel that the person with dementia can sense that frustration in the caregiver?
Sometimes it's hard to tell, but I like to use the word invitation. Instead of telling the person, sit down and eat, when they are not focused on that. Invite them to come to the table and name a food that you've got on the table. Use invitation and suggestion instead of ordering.
Mm-hmm. And the important thing is that if you are a caregiver, at times it can feel that your back is up against the wall and you have nowhere to turn. But nothing could be further from the truth, because there are people out there who are ready and willing and able to listen.
And they need to take a break.
Yes, you do need to take
Just like
time.
all of us who are in a very steady and oppressive situation.
You need to take a break.
We need to take a break.
Give them the Alzheimer, the helpline.
The helpline, which operates 24/7, is 1-800-272-3900. And online to look up things is ALZ for Alzheimer's, alz.org.
Okay, or 800-272-3900. That's really important to know. Don't ever feel that you're alone. There is help out there if you need it. Lois, thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for years of coming on here and sharing information.
Appreciate the opportunity.